Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and I've got 3 videos for you tonight. The first one is with Judge Brendel in Texas, and he's a new judge for me, but I've been watching him and I like him. The only thing is, this video really made me mad. And I don't want to give it away, so I don't want to say too much about it. I'll let you guys watch it. You'll see my comments and you'll see why it made me so mad. I'll let you guys watch that one. And then there's one from Judge Villarreal, another one that makes me mad. You'll know why. And then a very short traffic one from Allegan County. And I don't know this judge's name. I think Judge Norbert, either is on a extended vacation or, what's it called? Leave of absence, or he's retired. I'm not sure, and this other person is taking over, but I don't know her name. And then the last one is hilarious. It's by Midwest Safety, and it's a law enforcement video, but it is hilarious. So you have to go to Midwest Safety and give them a thumbs up because they did a great job on getting this one. And I'll let you guys watch.
Good afternoon. I'm Judge Bob Brendel. It's 2 o'clock. Let me call your case. Now calling cause number 25-04-0325-CVA in the interest of the Lopez and Garcia child or children.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm present. Lucinda Vickers. I represent the petitioner, Ms. Chiano.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Distrud. I'm here. I represent the respondent, Emiliano Gutierrez, and we're present and ready.
All right, Ms. Vickers, you may proceed.
All right, Your Honor. First of all, I want to tell you that there's an AT&T outage. I had to come to my house. This happened about 10 minutes ago. I don't have a place to be. You may see some cats. I'm just going to apologize ahead of time. But I drove to the house as fast as I could so I could have some service.
All right.
So it is what it is. All right, Your Honor. I'd like to call my client, Miranda Quijano.
All right, Ms. Quijano, take yourself off of mute, please.
Hi.
Please raise your hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony that you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may put your hand down. You may proceed, Ms. Vickers.
All right. Ms. Quijano, would you state your full name?
Yes, Miranda Maria Quijano.
And Ms. Quijano, you filed a name change on behalf of 2 of your children. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And which 2 children are those?
That is Ariana Lopez and Nikolai Garcia.
All right. Before we get to them, how many children in total do you have?
4.
Okay. And so only 2 of your children are the subject of this name change. Is that right?
Correct.
Right. Do those 2 children have the same father?
They do.
And what is the name of the father?
Emiliano Garcia or Gutierrez. I'm not sure of his last name currently. As far as I was aware, it was Emiliano Garcia.
Okay. And is he listed, let me ask you this, is he listed on the birth certificate of both children as the father?
He is.
Okay. Now, the older child is Ariana, is that right?
Correct.
How old is she?
She's going to be 14 next month. She's 13 right now.
Okay. And is there there was an attorney general case regarding her in the past, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
And so at that time, your son, Nikolai, had not been born, is that right?
Correct.
All right. So in the attorney general's order, was Mr. Garcia declared to be the father of Ariana?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any child support established in that order?
There was, yes.
Okay. And so do you remember approximately when that was?
I believe that was 2014 that the court order is from. She was a few years old at that time.
Okay. Has Mr. Garcia paid for and stayed up to date on his child support payments?
He has not. I received some initially that first year, I guess 2014 or so. And this year, the last, maybe 4 or 5 months, I've started receiving payment. But in between that time, I never received payment.
Okay. So do you have any idea what the arrears are at this point?
I do not.
Okay. All right. Now, did he receive some visitation during that time period?
He did.
All right. Has he exercised that visitation?
He has not.
So when would you say the last time Mr. Garcia saw this child was, the older child?
It was sometime late last year. He showed up to a couple of her games. She was playing volleyball, I guess, at the time. So he's seen her in passing. He has asked to see her in the last few months, but he hasn't shown up per the court order on the correct day, requested to see her and taken her, nothing to that extent. And just kind of to point out, my daughter, like I said, she's going to be 14 next month. I know it's not just her decision, but she is not wanting a relationship with him right
Objection,
now.
Your Honor, objection, Your Honor, it's hearsay.
Sustained.
All right. So, Ms. Quijana, in your opinion, would you say that there is an ongoing relationship between Mr. Garcia and Ariana?
No,
Okay. Now, the younger child, Nikolai, is there an attorney general court order regarding that child?
no.
Okay. And how old is he?
He's going to be 9 next month, so he's 8 currently.
Okay. So there's no court order establishing any kind of legal parent-child relationship or visitation or conservatorship regarding Mr. Garcia and this child. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Has Mr. Garcia seen Nikolai at all or had any contact with Nikolai?
Contact, I believe they've kind of texted in the last few months here and there, kind of same thing. He's shown up to certain games and see him in passing, but he hasn't, my son hasn't gone over to see him or anything to that effect.
Okay. Now, your current last name is Quijano, is that right?
Correct.
And are you currently married?
I am.
And so the other children that you have, are they children of this relationship with the man that you're currently married to?
Yes.
Okay. And so what is those children's last name?
Quijano. I have two children with my husband, and they share the last name Quijano.
Okay, so in your family, there are 4 children and 2 adults. 4 of you have the last name of Quijano, and these 2 children do not, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, Ariana's last name you have is Lopez. Where did that come from?
That's my maiden last name. So she never had her biological father's last name. She had my maiden name her entire life until I got married 3 years ago. Now she still carries my maiden name, and I am Quijano.
Okay. And Nikolai is named Garcia because you believe that to be the father's last name. Is that right?
Correct. He was given his father's last name at birth.
Okay. Now, you've asked for a name change, and we've also um, had Ariana do a consent to the name change. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right. And
At
do
this
you
time,
believe?
I'll take judicial notice of the court's file that the written consent of the child is attached to the petition.
Okay. Have you observed with your 2 children that have a different name than the rest of the family? Have you observed any kind of concerns regarding that have been displayed by the children?
They definitely both wish to be Quijano. Again, my daughter carried my maiden last name, so since I've been married, she's asked numerous times in the last few years that we change her last name. And my son as well, he's definitely old enough, to voice what he wants, and he does want to be Quijano as well. As far as concerns or issues, we've definitely in the past, it's been an issue with travel, for instance. Their biological father has been in and out of the system. And so there's been times he's been incarcerated. We've wanted to get passports for the kids, and that hasn't played out just because, again, he hasn't been there to sign a notarized form for them. So yeah, it's what they both wish. And again, I do think it's in both of their best interest, just based on their situation and our family situation.
Okay. So it is your belief that it is difficult for them to have a different last name than the rest of the family.
Yes.
All right. Now, you certainly understand that this is in no way any kind of change or termination of any kind or reflection on the father's rights
Right.
to see his children or file a petition to be declared the father of Nikolai and to get a visitation schedule. You realize that a name change impacts none of that. Is that correct?
Right. Correct.
Okay. All right. And so you believe it's in the children's best interest that everybody in the family have the same name, and you believe this is for the best for the children.
Correct.
All right. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. District.
Ma'am, I'm looking at the original petition for change of name. And second paragraph, it says this suit is brought by Miranda Keano, also known as Miranda Marie Keano, also known as Miranda Marie Lopez. So how many names have you used in the past?
Just my maiden name, Miranda Maria Lopez, and my current Miranda Maria Quijano. I've never changed my name outside of with marriage.
So how you've been married to Mr. Keano for how long?
About 3 years.
You have any children with him?
2.
Okay, the two younger children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, the name you named your son Nikolai reflecting the father's paternity, right? You said that that was intentional, wasn't it?
At his birth, yes, when he was first
And,
born.
and so now this would essentially reflect that the father is the stepfather. The stepfather would be the father, taking his surname, correct?
Well, I'm not asking for like an adoption or anything to that effect. I really just want my kids to share my last name, their siblings, and yes, their stepdad, who they view as a father, honestly, for all intents and purposes.
So
Um,
what happens if you get divorced from Mr. Keano? Are you going to change your name again? And then are you going to change your kid's name again?
no, I mean, so their stepfather, Paul Quijano, has been in their life for the last 5 years. I will just say that in the last 5 years, he's played more of an active, consistent role than their biological father ever has. We've only ever had months of consistency from their biological father. I'm sure he wouldn't disagree. Again, he's been in and out of the system. He's had addiction issues, which I know's again, it's just relative to the kid's experience with him. Again, it's what my kids have asked. They view their stepfather as their dad. They understand that he's not their biological dad, but he's their football coach, basketball coach. He works on their homework in the evenings. We have dinners every night together. So for the last 5 years, he's played more of a role again than their biological father ever has.
Well,
Um,
no, your testimony was Emiliano has been attempting to have visitation with the kids, right?
in the last few months, but my daughter's going to be 14. So the last
Well,
few months, I don't think
she's
has.
14. So in your opinion, she gets to decide what she wants to do.
She doesn't get to decide, but that's what she wants, and I agree. It's in her best
So,
interest.
okay, all right. So you could, but and so do so again, if your daughter didn't want to go to school, okay, you would
That
make her
wouldn't be
go
in
to
her
school.
best
It
interest.
wouldn't
So
be in
I
her best
wouldn't,
interest, would it?
no,
But
no.
you haven't sought to modify the order to restrict Emiliano's visitation. As your attorney said, all this is doing is changing the name,
Right,
right?
exactly. I'm not
But
trying
but
to
but you would
do,
agree
I'm
you haven't
sorry,
exactly
go ahead.
facilitated visitation. He's asked to see the kids and you haven't allowed him to do that, right?
He's asked to see the kids in the last year, but again, my daughter's going to be 14, and so um,
Your daughter's not old enough to drive a car, ma'am. She
I
doesn't get to
understand that.
decide whether or not she's going to see her dad or not, right?
No, but again, whenever she wants something, me being the parent, I will consider what she's asking, and if I agree
I'll pass the
with
witness,
what
Your
she's
Honor.
asking
I'll pass
for,
the
I
witness.
do that with everything when she asks me about school or any other decisions.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Ms. Vickers.
I have no further questions of Ms. Keano.
All right, Ms. Keano, can you just tell me about the circumstances when you named both the children? So when Ariana Lopez was born, who was around to make the decision for the last name?
So I was a teen mom when I had my daughter. I was 18, about to be 19, and so it was honestly a decision that My parents first brought up because I still lived with my parents, and it's something that we ultimately agreed. We didn't know what type of role he would play in her life at that point. And of course, after she was born, those first few years, a lot of it was me trying to make the family work. I was really striving to keep our family together. And so we broke up in those initial years. That's when he first put himself on child support. We ended up getting back together, and then we then had Nikolai, our son. When he was less than a year old is when his father, Emiliano, kind of really fell hard into addiction issues, and that's when he got his first felony charge. So my son's entire life has really been surface level, like through a phone relationship. He outside of like the generic basic
Hold on.
questions that you could know of a person, there's really no deeper.
So I really want to know who was part of the decision-making factor when Ariana Lopez was around. Was when she was born, was Mr. Garcia there helping you fill out the paperwork as to what the child's name was going to be?
He was present, yes.
And did y'all make that decision together that her name was going to be Ariana Lopez?
Yes, he was aware of that, and he made that decision with me.
Okay. Same thing for Nikolai. When Nikolai was born, did y'all make the decision together on what Nikolai's last name was going to be, or did you make that decision by yourself?
He was present as well. So yeah, we did make that together.
Okay. All right. Any further questions, Ms. Vickers, after that?
No, Your Honor, I don't have any questions for Ms. Keano.
Anything else, Mr. Disrood, after I asked my question?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Vickers, you can call your next witness.
I don't have any further witnesses, Your Honor. I rest at this time.
All right, Mr. Disrood, you may call your first witness.
Call my client, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, take yourself off of mute, please, and raise your hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony that you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you may put your hand down.
I swear, yes.
You may proceed.
Mr. Garcia, you go by the name Garcia, correct?
Correct.
And so you heard your ex testify earlier about the kids in response to what the judge asked. When your daughter was born, were you there at that time and when her name was when y'all gave her the name Lopez?
Yes, I was there, and there was a disagreement between me and her parents because me being so young, I was 15 when I was 16, and they were afraid that I wasn't going to be able to provide, being not old enough to even get a job. So basically, her parents were, for them to help with her and the kid, they had to take her maiden name. That they were going to help out. If not, they were going to put her and the baby out on the street. So that was the whole capitulation for taking Lopez as my daughter's last name, even though I was there.
So were you and Miranda both teenagers then when all this
Yes.
happened?
Correct.
Minors?
Correct.
Okay, so then it was a little bit of a different situation with your son, and just tell us about that.
So pretty much, as you said, we broke up, and then we got back together trying to make it work. And then we had my son. I was there, and of course, I wasn't the perfect spouse. I have my flaws, but I was there for my kids, and I was there for my daughter. And in 2017, when my son was 10 months old, I got in trouble with the federal government, and I went away for 5 years, and I got released in 2023, and I also got, me and her were on an okay basis until she got with her current husband. We had an open line of communication and everything, and slowly but surely, it just started getting more and more distant with the kids, and they just they'll have a line about, well, they'll say, well, if you just stay out of trouble for this long, you can see them, and then we'll come to that date, and then they'll keep pushing the line back further and further. And I'll try to go to the games, and it'll constantly be issues. I go to the football games, and we'll have disagreements, and they'll be witness. Like her family would be there, my brother and everybody would be there, and they didn't want me around. It was like they were pushing me out from being around my own kids, and I can kind of see where they were coming from because, you know, coming out of prison, they were worried about how I was gonna, if I was gonna be consistent with the kids, and it just, I kind of didn't want to make waves this whole time. That's why I kind of been kind of towing the line of just more like just going with whatever they say, just trying whatever I can, just trying not to cause waves, and really like I've sent certified letters, I've texted her, and instead of her responding, her husband will respond talking about not to message her, that there's, and then he'll say that they're too busy right now.
Your Honor,
It's
I'm
just
going to
so,
object. This is all here. This is all hearsay, and I realize that we've kind of strayed far away from the subject that's the subject of this lawsuit, which is the name change. And this is beginning to sound more like enforcement testimony. So I'm going to object to that.
Your Honor,
Sustaining as to hearsay, but we sort of open the door as far as what's going on with visitation and child support. So I'll allow the line of questioning, just not hearsay questions. Go ahead, Mr. District.
yes, Your Honor. So you've attempted to see your kids, but would it be fair to say that Miranda has not allowed that?
correct.
Okay. And so, obviously you were in prison and then you were released in 2023, right?
Correct.
Are you on supervised release?
No.
You finished that?
Yes.
Okay. And you've been paying child support?
Correct.
Okay. And so, why do you object to your children, why their mother changing their name?
So to be honest, with my daughter, if she really wants to change her name, um, how should I say? I'm resigning to the fact that to let her. But for my son, I want him, because I've been trying to be there for him, and I want to be a part of his life. And they're saying that the only reason they want to change the name is for like passports. All they have to do is talk to me to get permission, and I'm more than willing to work with them. I have no problems with communication or anything whatsoever.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Vickers, go ahead.
Mr. Garcia, now you have a court order regarding visitation with Ariana. Is that right? From 2014?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it has set times, places, and dates for you to exercise your visitation?
It has a broad layout, correct?
I'm sorry, what?
It has a basic layout, so we're supposed to have 50-50 custody. So like it's supposed to be every other weekend. It's supposed to be every other holiday, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so have you attempted to follow that schedule when in your attempts to visit with Ariana?
I've reached out multiple times, not just me, but also with my
But Mr.
mother.
Garcia,
And
that's not let's stop for a second. That's not my question. My question
yes, ma'am.
is, have you attempted to go by that schedule that's in the court order? Yes or no?
I haven't kept up with it. No, I have not. No.
Okay. All right. Now, your son is how old?
8.
Okay. And so he's 8 years old. Have you attempted to file a lawsuit to be established by a court order as his father and to get, a visitation schedule going with Nikolai? Have you attempted that?
Yes, I filed with the Attorney General. Yes, I filed back in
When
February.
Okay, so February of 2025?
Correct.
Okay. And do you have any idea what the progress is on that case?
It's still so it's pending. They're waiting for the case officer, I believe it's called, to review it. I've just checked up with them in the past last week, and then multiple times in incremental settings.
Okay. Now, there's been some confusion about your name. Ms. Quijano said that she understood that at some point you may have been going by Gutierrez. Why would you be using the name Gutierrez?
I believe it was just a miscommunication. My name is Garcia. Gutierrez is my stepfather's name, but I don't know, maybe there was some kind of miscommunication or misunderstanding that has to be, but it's been Garcia.
Okay. Also, in the Attorney General order from 2014, your last name or your name is referred to as Vallejo, Emiliana Vallejo. So where did Vallejo come from?
So Vallejo was my birth name for my biological father, and we dropped it when I was very young and moved it to my mother's maiden name, which is Garcia.
Okay, so did you do that through the court?
Yes.
So you changed your own name through the court. Were you a child when that happened or an adult?
No, I was a child when we did this.
Okay, so you were the subject of a name change that your parents or your mom or someone filed on your behalf when you were a child.
Yes, my biological father gave up his rights.
Okay, did he terminate his rights or was it just a name change or do you know?
No, he terminated his rights completely.
Okay, all right. Okay, now you said for Ariana, if you felt like she really wanted to change her name, I think what you were trying to say is you wouldn't object to that.
I am reluctant to it, but I am open to communication to see how it really would benefit her, because they're saying the only reason they want the name change is for like travel purposes and so on and so forth. But they can just communicate with me for that. And
Okay, well, that's not exactly what Miss Quijano testified to. Well, let me ask you this. She doesn't have your last name. Her name is
correct,
Lopez. So
correct.
why would that impact? I mean, what would be the difference between her being known as Lopez or Quijano? Neither one of them is either one of your names.
Correct. So I said I would be reluctant to him, but I'm not opposed to it, as my first statement was.
Okay. So you're not opposed to her going by Quijano?
No.
Okay. All right. I mean, do you think it's in Nikolai's best interest for in the family where he lives, where his name is different from everybody else's? You think that's best for him?
I don't see how he would be treated. If it's his family, they should treat him the same no matter what.
I'm not talking about his family treating him. I'm talking about how he gets treated outside the family, in school, the doctor's, other people saying, why are you the only one in the family that has a different last name? That's what I'm talking about. They're not going to treat him differently, the family.
If I'm not mistaken, in today's day and age, it's more common than you're currently leading on, and right now I don't see how it would be a problem. There's multiple families who have all kinds of names that are way beyond, so it's not something new in this day and age.
Okay,
Especially
so you don't think it's any big deal?
as far as him having a different last name.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No.
You don't think it's any, okay. All right. All right. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Dissery.
Is your objection that the stepfather is essentially claiming paternity by using by assignment of his name to your son?
Correct.
That's all I have.
Anything else, Ms. Vickers?
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, I find I have subject matter jurisdiction and jurisdiction over the parties in this case. I find that I've already taken judicial notice of the entire court's file, and I find that there was a consent to name change signed by Ariana Lopez. This court is granting the name change request as to Ariana Lopez and changing her name to Ariana Rose Quijano. Is that correct? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yes, it's Ariana Rose, and then it would be Quijano if you did the name change.
Okay. And I'm denying the request as to Nikolai Garcia. His name will remain unchanged. What I'm doing here is basically Mr. Garcia has acquiesced to the name change from Ariana since she's 14 years old, and he's recognizing that she can make some of these decisions on her own. I will say, however, that 14-year-olds generally do not get to make decisions about themselves or their names or anything else. They can consent to they have to consent in writing after they're 10 years old to a name change, but that doesn't mean they make all the decisions, such as Ariana should not be making decisions as to whether or not her father will be exercising his visitation. Okay? All right, that's all. That is it for today. And if someone wants to just get me a written order, I will sign off on that once I find that in my eval queue.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
I will-
Have a
I will
great
try
day.
to do that quickly, Your Honor. I think the internet is down at my office until late tonight. So it's probably going to take me a couple days to get that done.
No worries. I'll find it when I'll get it when I get it.
All right, that sounds fine, Your Honor. I'll submit it to Mr. Disred first for his approval.
Thank you,
All right.
Cindy.
Thank you.
All right.
Goodbye.
That leaves one case on today's docket. That is Salinas versus Lay, cause number 2020 FLC 1573C3. Court marks Mr. Eustorgio Perez, present in person. Ms. Soto, present in person. Mr. Canales, court appointed ad litem, present in person. Is Olga Salinas present? Court marks Ms. Salinas present in person. Is Patrick Michael Millay present? Court marks him present. Ms. Soto, Mr. Perez, approach the lower bench, speak into the microphone. I first called this case at 2:20. It is now 4:57. Ms. Soto, Mr. Perez, get close to a microphone so that we have you on the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, counsel. What is the announcement?
Your Honor, we've conferred. We were set for final hearing, a motion for enforcement hearing today, and I believe you interviewed the child in this matter as well. And we've been conferring, Mr. Perez, Mr. Canales, and I've been conferring since yesterday. But I know you've been apprised of what the allegations are and the issues before you, so we do not have an agreement on any of the matters.
Mr. Perez?
Yes, Your Honor, we've been negotiating in good faith, both parties. We have not reached an agreement yet.
Anything to add, Mr. Canales?
Your Honor, I was hoping this would end up in a settlement, but it hasn't. One concern that I have is one of the parties is contemplating maybe calling the minor child as a witness, which I would not like for that to happen. I don't know if the court has any other ideas as far as maybe mediation or arbitration or something that we could resolve this case where the child doesn't have to be put in that position.
Well, let me make some observations, and I'm going to say it again. I just said it in the last case. I, the judge, not I, the person, the judge, many times have to make decisions that I don't like, right? I just, it irks me sometimes, but I will always steadfastly, if the law says it should come out one way, it's going to come out the other way, even though I may have a different opinion, maybe as a parent, maybe as a father, right? And that happens many times, quite frankly, on the family law docket. But I'm not going to budge, right? That the law says it should come out this way, and that's what happens. So I know that at the last hearing, Ms. Soto, Mr. Perez, there was some presentation of evidence before Associate Judge Martinez.
Yes.
There was.
So taking judicial notice of that hearing, keep in mind this, that whatever allegations are made in court, none of that matters. Zero. There is a zero outcome as to allegations. The only thing that this court can do is make rulings based on substantiated allegations through evidence and testimony. So, knowing that and taking judicial notice of the last hearing, just know that the outcome is not going to change unless there is evidence and testimony. Now, if the request then is put the minor child on the stand, I think we're going to have a hearing on that to see what would happen. so that you can provide the court some good reason, basis, or guiding principle to allow that to happen. And the court needs to offset the possible detriment to this child for going through that. So with those parameters in mind, there's several options that the court has at this juncture. And I guess this is your request, Mr. Perez?
Originally, we came here on his motion for enforcement and motion to modify. We countered with our own motion to modify.
So then let me take that in this order. If there is a final order in place and Ms. Soto, you on behalf of Mr. Millet filed a motion to modify, what is your client's request on modification?
Your Honor, modification, we're seeking a change in conservatorship. He wants to be the conservator that has the exclusive right to designate the child's primary residence. It's a complete change of conservatorship that we're requesting.
I'm going to ask this to the other side. I didn't think I was going to ask you, Ms. Soto. Let's assume for a second that we're going to proceed today. We're going to be here listening to this evidence till 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. What, Ms. Soto, do you believe the evidence would show that would allow the court to grant your client's request?
Your Honor, I know the judge met with the ad litem, so you know what the allegation is against my client. My client is vehemently denying any of those allegations occurring with him and the minor child. So I think that you'll be able to see evidence that will lead to you to believe, to rule that those allegations are indeed false, and that the allegations were coming from respondent, and that is a considerable and very serious allegation that she made that we think is false, and that would merit a change in conservatorship.
Did not see that one coming. All right. So Mr. Millet's position is if capital I, capital F, because I'm not saying, and I will not say, and I'll never say what the interview showed or didn't show, but now I know Mr. Millet's position is based on the information learned by a private interview with the child. If that was sufficient to you think that's sufficient to substantiate a change in conservatorship?
Not just that interview, Your Honor, but the presentation of evidence is going to include findings that were made by agencies that interviewed the child, and statements that respondent has already made in the previous hearings and in testimony that we hope to elicit at a hearing.
Without getting too into the weeds, do you think that the evidence will show just that the allegations are unsubstantiated, or that mom lied and set all this up, and that's an inference?
Both, Your Honor.
Mr. Perez, you then filed, I guess on behalf of your client, a counter petition. What is it that Ms. Salinas is requesting in that counter petition?
Your Honor, we filed our answers to their petitions, alleging that petitioner did not violate the order, that every time that the order was not strictly complied with was either by agreement of the parties.
Well, I know. So, but that's just a response to the enforcement. So I'm set aside the enforcement right now. In the counter petition, what is Ms. Salinas asking for? What relief?
Petitioner alleges that the child made an outcry to her, and she testified as to that outcry before the court, which I believe has probative value. It is not hearsay. It is hearsay, but it is admissible hearsay. reference the court to Family Code, section 104.006.
One more time. So, one more time, the section?
104.006.
If your client relied on 104.006 and all of those requirements are made and the child testifies at this proceeding, and it's never happened here before, but I mean, it's fine if the law allows it, but just to be clear, Mr. Perez, then this child could and would be the subject of a cross-examination?
It doesn't require that the child testify, Your Honor.
Under subsection 1, it says, and 1, the child testifies or is available to testify
The child is available.
in any manner provided for by law, or the court determines that the use of the statement in lieu of the child's testimony is necessary to. So under subsection 1 and the first clause, the child testifies. We're just assuming that you're assuming that the second part doesn't. I'm not being presented the question. It's still a hypothetical until it happens, but there is a chance, one of many possible outcomes, that the court does require the testimony as required by the first subpart of the subsection. So if that were to happen, we're capital F, capital I, capital F, if one possible scenario is that under that section, the court allows the hearsay testimony in, the court does, and then the child gets called to testify, the child would be subject to a cross-examination.
Under some scenarios, yes.
Yeah.
But reading, if I may expand on my interpretation of the
Yes, sir.
the child was available on the date that petitioner testified, and the child is available now. So that covers the availability. It does. The court should not always require the child to testify if it finds that it's not in her interest. And I would like to present more evidence on that issue if the court wants. But the child is, as the court may remember, under the age of 12.
Yeah.
And since the beginning, she testified also that she has tried to keep this incident away from her and not expose her to further detrimental effects that discussing the incident may have. But if the court wants require the child to testify, she's available. If they want to place her on the stand, she's available.
Well, I guess my question is different. Under one of many possible outcomes, I guess the question I have is, do you believe, fair question to everyone, do you believe that's a good idea?
Good idea? No.
Yeah. Do you disagree, Mr. Canales?
I do not think it's a good idea.
Ms. Soto?
Your Honor, I think that would be a terrible idea to put the child through that strain.
And so everybody's on, so see, there's your first agreement. At least everybody's on the same page there.
But it's not
So
required.
back to my original question, Mr. Perez. In the counter petition, given all of these allegations, what is Ms. Salinas asking of this court?
I am asking that the court determine that it is not in the best interest of the child that she testify and evaluate the testimony of petitioner and test her credibility. And that is sufficient to establish through admissible hearsay evidence the facts alleged in her petition.
But how is that the subject of your petition? That's just the subject of.
The court does that by evaluating how the outcry happened. Sufficient indications of reliability require that the court find that at the time, the content or the statements of the child and the circumstances under which you made the statements, the hearsay statements provide sufficient indication of the statement's reliability. So
Let
the mother,
let me ask the question differently. What in the final orders of the court does your counter petition want to change?
well, we want to change visitation to safe haven for protection of the child.
For what period of time?
Or any other manner that the court may determine that
I
the
know,
child is protected.
but let's assume you're right for a second. Big hypothetical, again, capital I, capital F. Let's assume you're right and you win. What period of time is your client requesting to go to safe haven?
Till the child is 10.
So if the allegations are unsubstantiated at some point, it doesn't matter because there would be an order until 10. Or if the matter is referred to some other entity and there's a trial and that somehow comes out in an acquittal in 2 or 3 years,
We revisit with a motion for modification. And if things have changed and the child is more mature and able to protect herself, maybe we would agree to a modification. But at this
see,
time,
the interesting thing here, Mr. Perez and Ms. Soto, is that so the different thing, this is what makes your case, Ms. Salinas and Mr. Millet, so different, is that normally under general, it's not the first time I hear this, by the way. I've heard this many times before. I hate to say that, but that's the truth, right? But normally, what I get asked is, Judge, put everything on hold, freeze everything until everything else is resolved out there, and then you come back and make a decision here. Because what I don't want is to have any influence in another case. All I can do is stuff here on the family law situation that you have. What I don't want is I don't want to influence any investigation, any reports, any possible criminal referrals. I want nothing to do with that. I just want to stay in my lane and make a decision here based on the facts that you present here. So normally the request to the court is let people out there that are investigating, that are doing, let them finish up everything. And then based on that, you can come back here and say, look, it is true, or look, it isn't true. Now this is what you need to do, because the standard out there is a little bit higher. Over there, you're dealing with burdens of proof and beyond a reasonable doubt versus just the preponderance of the evidence or as tempered by the best interest of the child. So having said that,
if I may ask,
two questions.
what does the court mean by putting everything on hold?
That's what I get asked. That's what I get asked. Normally lawyers don't do what you're doing now. Normally lawyers say, don't make any decisions until we can get a final resolution on this. I'm not saying you should do that, and you're not anyway, so it doesn't matter.
But to be more specific, placing everything on hold means continuing the visitation as previously ordered by the court, or suspending everything until we have a more definite guidance from another hearing. But
I don't know. Every case is
Because
different. I'm not saying that I'm doing that in this case. I'm just saying that's what happens in other cases in general. I'm not saying I'm not doing that, by the way, in this case. I had two questions and I lost my train of thought. Let me start over. Ms. Soto, are there currently temporary orders in place?
Your Honor, we don't have it. We've been doing everything on visitations with Rule 11 agreements.
And how are those working out?
My client does have an issue, Your Honor. Initially, the final order said that there was going to be supervision required because the child was of a certain age. My client is a emergency room physician, so he's got an odd work schedule. It was beneficial for him at one point to have maternal grandmother be present if he had to work late and to assist him with a child. He doesn't need that anymore. The only reason we're doing that now is because the allegation surfaced and mother refused to have the child visit without maternal grandma present. Is it working for him? No. We think maternal grandma is intrusive and interfering with his ability to have a meaningful visit with the child.
Hmm. Mr. Perez, how are the visits working? What do you think?
The problem, Your Honor, with the visits is that it was a temporary situation till we came before the court for a final settlement. Is that the court obviously has no way of forcing the mother of petitioner to be the supervisor during the visitations. She has done so because she wants to help her
When you
daughter.
say the mother, you mean maternal grandmother,
The maternal
maternal grandmother. Right.
Yeah.
So not mother here, mother to your client.
And
For the record.
It's burdensome because she has to travel to San Antonio more than one time a month, and she's getting tired of it. She works, she has to take time off.
I absolutely agree with that. And I say this in all cases, well, not all cases. I say that many times is that Mr. Malay is a party here. The court has jurisdiction to order him, and he's a parent. The court has jurisdiction over Miss Salinas because she's a parent, she's a party, and the child. Other than that, I can't, for better or for worse. Like they say, I want to do some things that I can't. I can't order grandparents. They do so by agreement, but out of moral responsibility. But I can't order that.
That is why we would request safe haven or visitations in Laredo with grandmother supervising. We offered in settlement.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to anything regarding what we were settling, because if that's the case,
Temporary
I'm going to want to discuss what we offered to.
Sustained. Well, I tell you what. So I'm just going to tell you in general, right? I'm not saying that it's going to apply nicely, neatly, or that it can or will in your case, because I haven't heard any evidence yet. So I'm being very clear with my language. In general, when there is a dispute with parents that live far away from each other, it's very easy, because this is not about Mr. Malay and this is not about Miss Salinas. This is about what's in the best interest of the child. So without knowing anything else, right, before receiving evidence and testimony, in general, what happens in these type of situations is that the court says, for lack of a better word, each party has to suck it up for the best interest of the child, which means that in general, the party that lives away picks up at the residence in the residing city, and the parent that lives in the residing city has to go and pick up the child. If we did it in reverse, then the party that's picking up or dropping off is always going to be late because of traffic. But you're going to be on time when it's your time to start. In other words, you get to visit with your daughter as soon as you arrive. Somehow you always make it on time. And you have to go pick up your daughter, which means you're always going to show up on time. If I did it in reverse, then you would get the opposite. There's so much traffic on I-35 and so on and so forth. So I'm not saying that that's going to work in this situation. I'm just saying in general, that's how the court tends to come down on these type of situations. In this situation, it may not work because it's maternal grandmother that's picking up and dropping off. So, Mr. Perez, if this case turns on whether the court has the authority or whether it's even a good idea to hear from this child, and then on top of that, even if you overcome the burden that I guess you have to show to put this child on the stand, whether the information that the court would receive would be sufficient to even sustain the request. I suggest, since it's 5:21 already, I suggest that this court, number one, keeps the status quo, whatever that is. Number one. Number two, I think in the best interest of this child, I suggest that it's not only in the child's best interest, but also, quite frankly, in the best interest of the parties, that you probably go to mediation with Judge Hale first, because this realistically, I, as the court, am solely interested in the best interest of this child. If I were Ms. Soto, I would be also concerned about criminal implications. If I were Mr. Perez, I would be concerned about civil implications. I think it's in everybody's best interest that you talk to someone, in this case, a very recently retired district judge that has not only heard family law cases for 20 years, but has also had children testify. He's going to have an opinion and he's going to give it to you straight up. He's going to say, that's a great idea and it's going to work, or there's no way in chance that a court of law would ever order that. I don't know what he's going to say, right? And I don't know because I haven't heard all the arguments for it. So I suggest you do this. Keep the status quo. Figure it out if you can, together with the help of Mr. Canales. Talk to Senior Judge Hale so he can walk you through some of these things and the implications. 3, I schedule 2 dates. 1, a final pretrial hearing so that I give Mr. Perez the opportunity to present the idea of the child testifying. I mean, after talking to Judge Hale, you may come away thinking that's the best thing you've ever thought of, or that's the worst. I don't know. But at least you have a pretrial setting so that when we get to the final setting, you know exactly what to expect. But hopefully by then, Judge Hale would have given you a realistic expectation of what your odds are. Mr. Perez, thoughts, comments, questions?
Your Honor, Mr. Canales had suggested that earlier, and I have no objection to the Judge Hale be the mediator, or if he wants to have him in San Antonio. In fact, Judge Vasquez does mediations in San Antonio. So either way would be fine with me.
The difference, and I think you're absolutely right, Mr. Perez, the difference is that Judge Vasquez did many civil and Judge Hale did both family, criminal, and I know that he had a child or several on the stand, so he knows where all the landmines are.
I understand that is true.
Ms. Soto, thoughts, comments, questions?
Your Honor, I don't think that my client would be opposed at least attempting to meet with Judge Hale. He's mediated successfully a lot of very, very difficult family cases for me.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that Judge Hale will entertain in-person mediations, which I think this case requires, instead of doing it through Zoom. And I have all the respect for Judge Vasquez, but he's very hard to convince to do in person. I think this case needs an in-person mediation.
Yeah. Ms. Salinas, I've spoken a lot today. Do you have any questions for the court?
No tengo ninguna pregunta, solamente.
No, I don't have any questions. I just want to say that I have all my trust that the court will make the best decision. And like I said before, I already talked to my lawyer and I explained that to him. I just made this report with CPS and the police being the voice of the child. I want this to be
because of whatever the prosecutor told her, that is
Well,
hearsay.
matter.
That person's not here.
Don't tell me. I want to give everybody a chance. So don't tell me what the person said. Just tell me what you thought or what you felt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Sí.
I hope we can resolve this here. I put my hands in your knowledge and hopefully we can fix this arrangement here.
Thank you, Ms. Salinas. Mr. Malay, your opportunity. Any thoughts or questions for the court?
I don't really have any questions, Your Honor. I just, just want to be father to my child without interference or obstruction from anybody. I would never harm her, never have, never will. I've never been accused of anything. In 11 years of practicing medicine, treating children as young as newborn babies up until 100 years old, I've never once been accused by any child, nurse, parent, family member, other physician, anybody ever in my life. I certainly wouldn't do anything to my daughter. And I just want to be the best father I can without interference.
I certainly appreciate your comments, Ms. Salinas and Mr. Millet, and I think for what it's worth, I think we're all in the same boat, right? I think we're all just going through life trying to figure stuff out, how to be the best person and the best parent that we can. If that means following up with information or having to respond to information, that's a situation we find ourselves in. Let me try to get you to a good place. And like I said, the benefit of this mediation is that you have a say. In a court of law, and that's the conversation that I was just having with Mr. Perez, in a court of law, you don't really have a say. And what I mean by that is he's going to make arguments, and then we're going to put, even if he wins, there's going to be some parameters and some stipulations. And just like Ms. Soto just did, she objected to what Ms. Salinas was about to say because it was based on hearsay. And guess what? She's right. So you don't get to say that. We go through the entire process. This is all the information that you have, and it's going to reduce to this much because of the rules of evidence. That's the way the law works. I can't change that, right? But if I keep things in place, knowing that they're working imperfectly right now, then I can get you before a recently retired judge that has heard these things over 20 years, and he can navigate you to land in a good place. If he's unsuccessful, then you come back here and you roll the dice. The only thing that I would expect as you all talk is, no matter what the outcome is, you all need to think about, together with your lawyers, and think about this internally. What does each of us, myself included, need to do to protect Bella? No matter what happens, good, up, down, left, right, black, white. What is it that each of us do? Because, the conversation that I had with her, she is a normal, well-developed, emotionally young girl. Now that I've met her, if I ever meet with her again and there's any changes, I'm going to be able to pick up on that. I really don't want to disturb, just like I said, I don't want to disturb any investigation. I want nothing to do with that. I don't want somebody to say that I helped or didn't help or hurt or hindered. Zero, right? Same thing with Bella. I specifically didn't go into anything. I got to know her, right? So when I make a decision, in my mind, she's already a person. I know the pets that you all have. I know her favorite subjects. I know where she goes to school. I know who her teachers are. I know what her favorite hobbies. I know what she likes. So she's a person, right? But I want nothing to do with changing her emotional well-being. Please just keep that in mind. I know you all want the same thing. I just need, sometimes you just need to be retold what you already know. But I think Judge Hale is going to do the best that he can given the situation. Ms. Salinas, anything else for the record?
No, nada más. Quiero agradecerle por su tiempo. Ay,
No, I just want to thank you for your time. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt Patrick. I just want the well-being for Isabella.
Understood. I think we're all on the same page. Anything else for the record, Ms. Millet?
No, Your Honor.
Right. Anything else before I give you some dates, Mr. Perez?
Nothing further.
Ms. Soto?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Flores, give us a final pretrial hearing, 30 to 45.
October the 2nd at 2 p.m.
Give us a final hearing 2 to 4 weeks after that.
October the 30th at 2 p.m.
All right.
Your Honor, is there any way that we can get another pretrial date? My client, like I said, he's an emergency room physician. He's working overnight shift the day before. So he may not be able to move that or be in good shape or well enough to be present for a trial or final pretrial setting here.
The setting right before October the 2nd, Ms. Flores.
September the 30th at 2 p.m.
Any objection? Let me ask you this, because this might change things, Mr. Perez. If let's in the worst case, this is the worst case scenario. In the worst case scenario, you talk to Judge Hale, and there is no final agreement. He gives you all of his thoughts, and he says, based on what you're telling me and based on what the law says, this is exactly what I would do. I would be surprised if Judge Villarreal does anything different. After that, there's no agreement. Mr. Perez, for your request to put the child on the stand, does any of that require an evidentiary hearing, or can you just do that with argument in a motion based on case law and statutes?
Oh,
Who would the
I
court hear
might
from?
be able to do it like that, Your Honor, but I'm not prepared to give a final answer at this time. I need to ponder it over whether we needed more evidence or hear from somebody else, other than just stipulated to what was testified prior.
I'm just wondering if that decision just isn't based on a matter of law. Like, should it happen or should it not happen based on this rule, based on this statute, based on this case law precedent? Ms. Soto, that decision, does it require evidence?
Your Honor, it seems like it could be just an argument and maybe brief to the court regarding that legal issue. But like I said, I don't know the definite answer, but I would imagine that it could just be done through arguments and briefing.
I think probably Judge Hale would know the answer.
This is true. Because ostensibly, Ms. Salinas is going to come in and say under oath, you absolutely must hear from her, because she's going to provide the answers to this case. Mr. Millay is going to do the opposite. That's the worst idea ever, and you're going to jeopardize her emotional well-being. I mean, I can see where this is going to play out. Let me give you one more thought. Ms. Flores, how many cases on September the 11th?
17 cases, Your Honor.
I'm going to schedule you. Any objection, Mr. Perez, to September the 11th? Mr. Perez, any objection?
Oh, no.
All right. No
What
objection.
is the deadline for what?
The final pretrial hearing.
Oh.
It's a deadline to mediate with Judge Hale, and if not, to come back and make some argument on the request before the final hearing.
To make the arguments on September 11th?
If you don't settle with Judge Hale, you come back on September the 11th, you say, we didn't settle, and here's all the information you need to make the decision on the testimony before the final hearing.
Oh, and make a determination whether we need more testimony or,
Right.
yes.
All right. Any objection to that schedule and timeline, Ms. Soto?
No, I know my clients are available and we'll be ready to go forward that day.
All right. So court is scheduling a final pretrial hearing on September 11th at 2. Final hearing October 30th at 2. The parties are ordered to talk to Judge Hale, visit with him through the settlement process before September, hopefully before September the 10th. Which gives you a little bit less than a month, but I think his calendar is relatively flexible. Last word, Ms. Soto, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Perez, last word, anything else? Mr. Canales?
Nothing else here.
All right, Ms. Salinas, Mr. Millay, I wish you both well at mediation, but more importantly, I wish your daughter all the best. Have a good day. You're excused.
Thank you.
All right, Anthony Swint, Mr. Swint.
Yes.
We are here today on, let me find it. Looks like driving on a suspended license. The allegation is on the 25th of April of 25 in Allegan County. The courthouse security at 113 Chestnut Street observed you walk to a black Ford pickup truck, sit in the driver's seat and exit the parking lot onto Trowbridge in the city of Allegan. So that was operating a motor vehicle, and on that date and time, your driver's license was suspended, revoked, or denied. Do you wish to plead guilty or not guilty to those charges?
Not guilty.
Okay, I'm going to set this for a pretrial. It's going to be in a different courtroom, and it's going to be with a different judge. So make sure you check that paperwork when it comes, because the Zoom ID is going to be a different Zoom ID, okay?
Yeah.
Looks like you have a $500 personal recognizance bond posted. I'm going to continue that bond. And if this were to go to a trial, would you like a trial by jury or a trial by judge?
Jury.
Okay.
I'd like to know, can I ask a question?
If I can answer, sure.
How did I get a ticket? I've never been stopped by the police. I've never been stopped. How did I get a ticket?
So all the officer has to do is observe you driving.
How does he don't know me.
The officer says that he did know you. So that's something that you can talk to the prosecutor about at your next pretrial, sir, okay?
Yep.
Okay. You are done today. You may hang up. Thank you.
When's my next court?
The court is going to set that. I don't have the date right now. They're going to send out information to you in the mail. You should have it in a week or 10 days. If you don't, give the clerks a call and they will let you know when all of that is.
Okay.
All right. And
on June 22nd, 2024 at 7:30 a.m., deputies responded to the Kane County DOT lot for what looked like road rage with a splash of street theater. The victim said a blue Prius driver, later ID'd as Reem M. Al-Dahiri, tried to run him off the road, soaked him in his car, and took a few swings.
Okay. On my way to you.
Okay.
What happened to me?
All right.
Islamophobia.
Come here.
This is gonna be known. This is gonna be known. So this Islamophobe white guy, I'm driving, minding my own business.
Can we come over here?
I'm driving, minding my own business, right? This is recorded, right?
Oh, yep, it's recorded. Over here.
So if you back him up because he's white,
come here.
You're gonna pay for it.
I don't want you to get hit.
So here's the thing. I'm driving, minding my own business, following the speed limit. Here comes this white guy trying to outspeed me. Are you listening to me or not?
I'm trying to tell my people that I'm out with you. So can you give me 1 second? Just give me 1 second, man, please.
Right, because you're not going to defend Islamophobic.
Give me 1 second.
He tried to kill me.
165, I'm out with her.
Yeah, he tried to kill me, right? He tried to kill me.
Okay, so what happened?
He tried to kill me. I'm about to videotape this because he tried to kill me. You're not going to kill me in this neighborhood, okay? You're not going to defend Islamophobe. Alrighty, here you go.
Making claims of Islamophobia.
Yeah, he's Islamophobic.
Okay, so can we talk about what happened?
So I'm on my way to you, by the way.
Okay, I'm right here. I'm right here.
I'm on my way, not to you, to the police.
I am the police.
3 minutes away.
I am the police.
So here's what's happening. Are you coming too, or
so where this occurred is my jurisdiction. So I need you to talk to me. I need you to talk to me.
People are recording too.
We're recording.
Yeah, over here too. They're recording.
Okay, that's great. Can we talk about what happened?
So I'm driving, minding my own business. There's this Islamophobic white guy behind me, literally driving me to I don't know where, almost about to hit me.
Okay.
So I'm slowing down because I don't know what's going on. So he speeds up. You see how scared I am?
Yeah, I see it.
Right. So he speeds up in front of me.
Okay. We just want to talk about it.
Right. So he speeds up in front of me, and he starts like, you know, braking and braking and braking and braking on his way to try to kill me. So here I am trying to avoid him. I need somebody, a Muslim, to help me out with this.
I don't think there's anybody around here that speaks
Well,
it.
you're not gonna make me pay for being.
Okay. I think your English is fine. I can understand you great.
No, I'm not saying my English is fine. I'm saying that he's the Islamophobic, and he's the one who called the police while I'm on the way of calling the police. So if you're over here, you're gonna take my police report, and I'm gonna leave, and you're gonna make him pay. This is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
You're not gonna make me pay for what this to me. So I'm telling you, you're gonna pay for this. I am telling you, you let him go free after he tried to kill me. You're gonna pay for this.
Okay, so we need to start from the beginning and get everybody's story, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
you getting everybody's story?
Yep.
Look, get my police report right now.
That's not how this works. Police reports just don't pop up. I gotta type it out. Takes a couple days.
Watching? Are you watching?
Ma'am, can we please just talk?
Is everybody watching?
Can we please just talk over here?
We're not gonna talk over here.
Can we
You're not gonna disrespect me.
Can we please talk calmly and try to figure out what happened? You will get your police report, I promise.
Okay. Perez? Yes. Okay.
Okay, so where did this start?
You're not gonna
Where did
make
this
me
start?
pay for his Islamophobia because this is getting out of hand over here.
Where did this start?
Where did this start? On the street, one of these streets while I'm driving, it's a beautiful day. I have no work, I'm not working, just minding my own business, driving, having fun. Do you see how I look? Just driving in this air in this morning. Out of nowhere, a guy in a blue Toyota behind me, rushing me to I don't know where in this neighborhood, okay? I'm not crying to you. Are you listening? That's your people. He's white. So the guy is white and that's his people. And look what they're doing. They're making it look like that I am the one that... They're making it look like that I am the problem. I am not the problem. I am the one who he tried to run me over with his car. I avoided him, and avoided him successfully, and I'm still scared. So here I am driving to the police to make the police report. Next thing I know, you're behind me. For what?
Okay. Did you follow him into any buildings or any property?
No. I tried to avoid him because I don't know if he has a okay? I don't know if he has a and here he is. I'm gonna shoot you. You're gonna shoot me. You're not gonna shoot me. I'm not scared of you. I told him, you're not gonna kill me. I'm not scared of him.
Okay. Did you approach him at all?
He approached me and then he ran in his car and closed the door, and that's when I had water and I threw the water at him. I threw the water.
Why'd you throw the water at him? But he got in his car. Why'd you throw the water at him?
No, don't tell me his car when he came over. I'm from New York.
Okay.
He attacked me first.
I'm not.
He attacked me first and I protected myself. Yes, I defended myself from him. And you're not going to make him get away with what he did, his Islamophobia. Okay. So let's go.
Did he make any comments about your race or religion?
He did. He did.
What did he say?
He did. Muslim he called me.
That's what he called you?
Yes, he did. A Muslim and he tried to me. He tried to me. He literally tried to kill me. If I wasn't a smart driver, I would have hit the cars in front of me. If I was not a smart driver, yes.
Ream's version featured a tailgater and a plot and Islamophobia claims, minus any actual weapon.
I drove trying to avoid him all over the place. I tried to avoid him everywhere. My way to literally finally getting away with him because I was able to manipulate him to go somewhere inside, right? I was able to manipulate him to go somewhere inside so I can get away from him. And here I am on my way to the nearest police station to make a police report. And they're gathering to protect me? Are they gathering to protect me or are they gathering to protect their own white people? Because if that's the case, you're gonna pay for the Islamophobia.
I haven't even met the other guy yet.
I do not care. So I'm here to make a police report. So I'm on my way to get in my car to make a police report.
But ma'am, we are the police report.
Okay,
I'm telling you that.
Give me my police report so I can get out of this racist
That's not how
neighborhood.
this works. That's not how this works.
He was tailgating me. Not only that, but when I avoided him, he almost ran into me through traffic to try to still come in front of me and heartbreak.
Was he trying to pass you?
No, he wasn't.
How did you try to avoid? Oh, he passed you?
Successfully.
Okay.
But he was not done with me because I'm a Muslim. Right? And here he is. Right. That's exactly what happened.
So
and yes, he was white.
So he passed you?
Charges are going to be aggravated assault.
I am done talking. Because now you're here to protect your own people, and
So-
it's obvious.
So he passed you and then brake checked you?
He brake checked me 100 times.
100 times, okay.
A lot of times.
Okay.
On my way to try to avoid him, I do not know where I'm going to avoid this guy. I almost hit all kinds of people trying to avoid the Islamophobe, right?
Okay.
And finally, I manipulate him all the way until he gets out of the way, and here he is about to kill me, about to kill this Muslim terrorist. What?
How do you know he was about to shoot you?
Because he's saying it. He's not afraid of saying it.
But he was in his car, right?
He was in his car after he attacked me. Do you not understand?
But we're not there yet. We're still on the roadway.
I have no. First of all, I have no.
I didn't say you did.
And he called his own people, I don't know why you're so invested in this, right?
So he
I'm not sure why you're so invested in this.
So he passed you and then
water. This was my protection against him.
Okay. So he
everybody is watching.
Ma'am.
Are you watching? This
Ma'am.
was my protection against the
so
Islamophobe.
he passed you and then brake checked you numerous times.
Numerous times.
And then how did you
And
maneuver
he
him out of? How did
I'm
you?
literally shaking from what he did.
How did you maneuver him out of the way?
How did I ended up maneuvering him. He ended up going the opposite of the traffic. And I ended up going my way. So here he comes behind me. Here I am avoiding him over here. Here he is going over there, waiting to do. I don't know what. I don't know if he was when he went to the little. I think it was like a little industry place.
Yeah.
When he was going there, I don't know if he was going to U-turn to try to kill me again. So here I am going there, thinking it's probably a police station where this place is at.
So you followed him in there?
No. He followed me in
But
there.
he
U-turned.
You said he was.
Do you understand?
You said he was in front of you.
That I am the one
Ma'am,
who's a victim here. Do you not understand
I'm just trying to get it figured out. So he was in front of you. I still don't know how you maneuvered him out of the way. How did you maneuver him out of the way?
So, regardless for the police report, we need to know your name and your information. Do you
I
have
am
your
not
ID?
giving any name or any information.
Is this your car?
This is my car. I have a picture of his car.
Okay, can I see the picture of his car?
Yes, you can.
The black truck?
Nope, the blue one.
Oh, that's his car?
That's his car.
Oh, okay. Another blue Prius?
Yeah, another blue Prius.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so, and then did that damage get caused by the incident?
I am not answering any questions.
So, when you guys pulled into that place up there...
I am not answering any questions.
When you guys pulled into that place up there, was he still in front of you or was he behind you? So then you guys pulled into that place. I don't know who was in front or who was in back. And then you guys both got out of your cars? And then at what point did you throw the water bottle at him?
So am I getting my police report so I can
You're gonna get a police report.
Right.
I'm just
Is
trying
he
to
gonna go to jail?
I'm trying to get your statement
Or
so
do
that
I
we
have
can
to file a police report and then I have to sue you for what's happening here.
I'm trying to get everybody's statement so that we can get the story straight.
All right.
Okay? So I want you to talk.
I'm not answering any more questions. I explained you what happened.
Well, at this point, we don't even know who you are either. So because you don't want to provide your ID.
Right? I just heard you. You verified who I am.
Is that who you are?
Yeah, that's who I am.
That's okay.
Right.
Okay. We got that.
Right.
Surveillance showed her tossing containers in liquid, then lunging toward the victim.
What is happening here? Are you getting the police report or?
So our partners are out with him. We're just getting some information right now.
Right? You're manipulating the system.
Right,
You know you cannot manipulate the system.
So
Right.
okay. Hey, so ma'am, you're gonna be under arrest for assault, okay?
Assault?
Yes.
What assault?
At this point, just put your hands behind your back.
I did not assault nobody.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
What the?
So our partners talked to him. He wants to press charges for assault, so that's why we're placing you under arrest.
We're gonna take your phone, okay?
So you protected your own white people?
That's not how it goes.
Yes, it does. I did not assault him. I did not assault him. He tried to kill me because I'm Muslim.
And that will be duly noted in the report, okay?
Islamophobia. You get it? Islamophobia?
Everything that you told us is going to be noted in the report.
But you protected white people on me. You protected the fallen angel on this Arab.
Is that too tight or is that okay?
You protected the fallen angel knowing that they have no future.
Hey, ma'am, is that too tight or is that okay? Okay, I can get a finger in there, okay?
Get a woman. Do not touch me. Get a woman. Do not touch me.
You guys have a woman on?
Get a female. Get a female. Do not touch me. I'm a woman. I'm a Muslim.
She resisted seating in the squad car and accused a deputy of misconduct, which body cams contradicted.
Do not touch me. I'm a Muslim.
We're going to take
Do not touch me. I am a Muslim.
Ma'am.
I can take a seat without you touching me.
You're going to take a
Do
seat in
not
my
touch me.
car
I'm a
until
woman.
my partner
I'm
gets
a
here
woman.
for a
Do not
search,
touch
okay?
me. Do not touch me.
Hey,
We have a female deputy coming here, okay?
What about my car?
We'll get your car taken care of. Take a seat, ma'am.
So I'm going to jail.
Yes, you're going
Are
to
you
jail.
kidding me?
Yes, for assault. Ma'am.
For assault? I did not assault nobody. What is the definition of assault?
Bring her back up here real quick.
What is the definition of assault? Do you hear him?
Take a seat.
Where is the definition of assault?
Ma'am, please.
I am asking you because you're the one who ordered it.
Assault is.
You're the one who ordered it to protect your own people.
Assault is when you think you're about to receive a battery. That's what assault is. Okay?
He tried to kill me.
Okay, ma'am,
He tried to assassinate me.
Ma'am, please take a seat.
My car.
You need to take a seat. We're gonna get
What do
your
you mean
car
figure
figured
that out? My car?
Ma'am, I need you to take a seat.
Why am I being arrested?
We told you.
He tried to. What do you mean? He tried to kill me. He tried to assassinate me.
Please take a seat.
I am a woman.
Thank you.
You're touching me, even though I told you I'm a Muslim.
Thank
You're still touching me.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I'm gonna buckle you up, okay?
Okay.
For safety. So can you sit back?
You're gonna pay for this, you know? Do not touch me. Do not come close to me.
Can you scoot this
Do
way a
not
little
come
bit?
close to me. You know I'm a Muslim.
Can you scoot this way a little bit, please?
You know I'm a Muslim. Islamophobia. You did it. You did your Islamophobia.
Can you scoot
You
this
did
way
it, and
just
you
a little bit
protected
so I
your
can
own
get
white
the
people.
seatbelt on?
You ordered it. You ordered it, and you protected your own white people.
then I will
Okay.
scoot you
You know
for
the
you.
Muhammad is gonna take it. You know the Muhammad is gonna take it. Assault, you liar. Thank you.
I'm gonna unbuckle you. We're gonna have you step back out, and my female partner here is gonna do the search.
You know, one of you people tried to kill me, right, female? Why are you getting close to my breast? You just touched my breast with your chest.
Okay, step out, ma'am.
You
I'm
know
gonna
your
pat
own
you down.
people tried
Ma'am,
to kill me,
step
right?
out.
No?
Step out.
The same behavior, you never change?
Ma'am, step out.
You're
Turn
gonna pay
around.
for this.
Face the car.
You're gonna pay for what you did. There's a new player in the game, and you know it. Do not humiliate me. Right? The
I'm
Muhammad?
doing my job.
The Muhammad? Right, you're gonna pay for this.
Listen, do you have anything in your
You
pockets?
attack me?
Ma'am,
No, it's a lawsuit.
stop.
It's a lawsuit.
Do you have anything in your
Islamophobic.
pockets?
You're Islamophobic. You protected your own white people. Know him very well that he tried to kill me. Yep, you know him very well that he tried to kill me.
Spread your feet apart.
Islamophobic. Don't get in my... Do not touch my privacy. Do not touch my private. Right? I am a Muslim. Islamophobic. I am a Muslim.
Okay, have a seat.
You do what you do best, right? To the Arab. You know who you are, right? The fallen angel? Yeah.
Did she have her wallet on her?
You understand my language. You
Wallet,
understand
ID
there's
or
a new
anything?
player in the game.
Or is it in the
You're
car?
not supposed to do this to an Arab. Hello? You're not supposed to do this.
Hey, where's your wallet at, or your ID or purse?
What are you doing?
Where's your ID at? Is it in your car?
You're not supposed to do this.
Where's your ID at?
I am not giving you any of my information. What
Okay,
are you
so
doing?
we will
I'm under
fingerprint you.
duress. I am under duress.
You are under arrest.
No,
is
yeah,
what
under
you are.
arrest, under duress.
Okay.
Right. I am being forced.
Hey, is her wallet in the car? Her purse? Just her ID?
You can give that to the judge.
Right. I did absolutely nothing.
4122.
You know very well that he tried to kill me. Arabian, Arab. It says how you were created. English, Arabic. Does that not ring a bell? You're stupid, pandejo. Do you understand you're a pandejo? You are a stupid third eye. You know that, right?
23 and so is ourselves.
You are. Because you had a chance there to bow down to me. You know who I am. And to listen to my orders. You have a chance, I told you. You have a chance. The more you ruin it for yourself, the more you lose against my other Jesh. You get it? The jinn? They are my Muhammads. I am the Muhammad. No, you're not a Muhammad. I am a Muhammad. Are you mentally ill? Do you not understand? I am the true Muhammad Arabia. Nobody cares about any of this. The new player, you know. Yeah, you're not going to get away with shit pretending to be mentally ill. You are not. You know what's up. You know what's up. You will pay for what you're doing. You're ruining my record. Cleaning myself from your shenanigans.
You guys mic'd up?
Don't touch me. I'm a Muslim.
Don't touch it.
I don't know you.
Sit back.
No, I don't know you.
Do not get disrespectful. I know you're protecting
Setting up
your
new
own
towards Ecclesall.
Step out. Right, Islamophobia. Step out. Mohammed, Arab. Yes, I'm an Arab. And yes, he tried to kill me. Just in case you don't know what's going on, okay?
Charged with aggravated assault in a public place, Reem went to jail, her Prius went to the tow yard, and the victim chose to press charges.
Okay, so in that first case with Judge Brendel, you know, when I first watched it, I just thought, oh, you know, they're trying to take away Dad's name. But then, as I watched it again and really listened to it all, it just made me so mad because she was an adult. And her parents took advantage of him and strong-armed him, blackmailed him into signing papers that he didn't really want to sign. But because of his lack of maturity, can't really say some things, but because of his lack of maturity, and it sounded like he didn't have such a great home life, he did it. And he didn't know he didn't know of the repercussions, the future repercussions. But you know, what they did, she's very lucky she didn't go to jail. She should have gone to jail for what she did, for her part, because he said his age when the little one was born. Subtract 9 months from that, she should have gone to jail either way. Right? I mean, if it was the other way around, the guy would have gone to jail, so she should have. And they're very lucky that she didn't. And I don't know if there's a statute of limitations on that. So, I don't know. And then the second one with Judge, and then they're continuing to take advantage of him now because they took away his ability to have a relationship with them. And so now they're going to continue to take advantage of him. And I just think that just made me so mad. Anyway, then the second one with Judge Villarreal, why is it always moms do that? Why is it? I don't get that. I just don't get it. But I thought it was interesting the way he thought through it all and tried to help them. And then the one in Allegan County, they watch you walk out to your car after court. If you don't have a license, don't get in your car and drive away. Don't do it. He's lucky he didn't get arrested. And then the last one with Midwest Safety, I put that on there for you, Hugh, because I know how much you love traffic court. And I thought that was hilarious. So thank you guys so much for watching. Give Midwest Safety a thumbs up. Go watch a few videos. They're good. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you another time.